Alright guys, how's it going? Steady hat on. Right, so it's been a bit of a manic week, hectic week. So, first and foremost, I do not give financial advice. This is not financial advice. This is just my personal experience in life. And I'm sharing it with you guys because I get a lot of things that I put on my plate and I get a lot of information and then I dissect it all and then I give it back because people need to know what's going on. So these are just my thoughts and suggestions. Yeah, so nobody get upset or nobody, I'm not telling you to do this or do that. All judgments and opinions are just my own, and I just share what I feel because it's my God-given right to do so. So, many messages. My job here is to bring awareness to people, and without awareness, we can't really piece the puzzle together as to what's going on in the world right now. So, I'm coming to the end, personally, of my 3-month quarantine. I came out of London. I came out somewhere, a lot more quieter, so I could just observe and piece things together and learn and give back, so on and so forth. So anyway, now, cashless society. I personally went for my first meal out, I think it was last Saturday, so I get so many messages. My first meal out was last Saturday. Now, it was a funny experience to just jump back into society again because where I'm at right now, well, I'm about to shift off somewhere else, but where I'm at right now, I took it upon myself to step back and put all my knowledge together, and I've been planning for this for many years. Everybody who knows, who's bought the user guide, shout out to everybody there. That's just my little manuscript of personal knowledge, and it was something that again I knew. I just make notes all the time. I journal a lot, and I put it into a book form, and many people are reading it, and I'm just dropping seeds into people's heads and raising awareness and stuff like that. Because right now, as I say, I went out last week back into society, and crikey, no one accepts cash no more. How convenient. So this magical virus and now the switch up, nobody's accepting cash anymore. So what are we leading into? Now, the topic of this video, I did put it up on my story that it could be Bitcoin or what, this, that, and the other. So I'm just going to freestyle some of my thoughts and opinions on what's going on. So maybe you can just piece the puzzle together yourself. Now, Ezra Capital, that's me. I have no investors. I do everything privately. I've been planted for a long time. My job here at Ezra Capital is to dot all around the world. I'm placed all around the world with EzCap and trading Forex, some cryptocurrencies, but at the same time, just giving back knowledge to people and awareness because society is a little bit confused right now. So here we go. Now, Bitcoin. I was looking, especially on Twitter and stuff, a lot of these major funds out there have been following the Bitcoin narrative of, okay, their investment vehicle is let's invest in Bitcoin and it's going to shoot to the moon and everyone's going to be rich. To me, times are changing right now, and if you've looked at some of my other videos, if you've actually processed some of the things that I put out and some of the things that I say, then I was a steady Bitcoiner for quite some time. Bitcoin flew to the highs, okay, and now we're kind of in a mediocre zone. But let's just have a look at where Bitcoin came from. Now, let me pull up one of my phones. Now, Satoshi Nakamoto, whatever. Let's look at this. Samsung, Toshiba, Nakamichi, Motorola. Satoshi Nakamoto. subliminal, implying that Bitcoin is Chinese. Okay, it's right there. Again, I'm just picking up on things that people just can't even comprehend. But anyway, Satoshi Nakamoto, or the fuckery out here. I've got so many thoughts. I can't even just share everything with you guys, but the Bitcoin narrative, the Chinese narrative, US narrative. Look at what's going on in the world right now. Now, if you look at the spike in BTC when it was at like 20K, whatever it was, remember that the US media were pumping that super, super hard. So if you look at the wealth shift, okay, and America, I'm sorry, but like, if you look at the sheer statistics, the amount of people in America who are on prescription medications, they are on, they're just ill. A lot of people are ill. I tie this all together because if you don't observe what's really going on in the world and what these corporations are doing to numb people's awareness down, then you can't really get far in life. You're just going to continue to be a slave. So Satoshi Nakamoto, we just killed that in one with this picture right here on one of my phones. That's from one of my Intel links. But yeah, Bitcoin shot up. China has a massive influence in America. And if you guys are with me, and if you guys have seen what's been going on right now, if it wasn't for Trump, and again, I've been posting this information, take it as you will, then China would have had a very, very bad plan for the people in the US. And all of these guys are together and they want to enslave people with the COVID and the vaccinations, all that kind of stuff. Take that information, do what you want with it. But let's just get real about the cashless society. So, Bitcoin. Major funds investing in Bitcoin, pulling in investors. Okay, and we're talking like, I don't know, hundreds of millions on some of these people that I've seen and observed. Do you not think that is just such an easy game plan? And it could have been if China fully infiltrated the US without Trump stopping them, then Bitcoin may have gone to the moon, if you will. But the narrative has been sliced and diced and switched up right now. So what we have to think about is cashless society. We have COVID, cashless society, there's BTC, everyone jumping on the BTC bandwagon. That was the old narrative. I put out there last year, 16th of November on Twitter, BTC to drop to 150. I got a lot of stick for that. I got a lot of just brainless idiots just comment on my stuff, but that's just my opinion. That's my opinion. It's not financial advice. Okay, do what you will with it. I'm just here to observe the world and navigate through these mad times. But at the same time, a Congress bill. Okay, there's a Congress bill here. I took a picture. This is from one of my Telegram intel, but let's read this out. S.3571 to require member banks to maintain pass-through digital dollar wallets for certain persons and for other purposes in the Senate of the United States. Now, this is all freely available, okay? It's all freely available, and I'm just piecing the dots together and then just giving back on my behalf. But digital dollars. So we have COVID. The lockdown has been eased. I go out into society to have a meal and nobody wants to accept cash no more. So this narrative has been run up for a while. I could go on and on about this for fucking 50 IG lives for all of my knowledge that I know. I've been planted in the wealth shift that's come in for years and years and years. But yeah, Bitcoin, cashless society, COVID, fear, all of this stuff that is going on right now, people are losing their shit. But there's a steady narrative. It's like World War III. Actually, this is World War III right now. This is World War III. And if we're not clued up to what we are observing, if we're just zombified and going out in society like, how are we going to how are we going to make the next steps to become successful or ride this wave, or what's around the corner? Because people are so far behind on this narrative that they're just going to have to adapt to what the government wants them to adapt to, if that makes sense. So, guys, what can I say? There's bills being passed for digital currency, okay? Bitcoin was China. China wanted to infiltrate the US. China wanted to infiltrate the US and put the US citizens in a box, okay? Riots organized. You have COVID completely organized for this time. Bitcoin, yes, it would have shot to the moon. It would have shot to the moon if Donald Trump did not step in with a nice team of light workers, by the way. Go research it. And switch up the narrative. Gold is, the currency is now going back to the gold standard very, very soon. So gold is going to rally. But the gold peg has to go against another digital asset. Now, me at Ezra Capital, I don't do investments. I don't mess around with people. I have all of my stuff planted. I'm fully private, if you will. And I know what's going to happen. And I'm not going to give that away. Afterwards, I can help people identify what's gone on and how to adapt to it. You know, I've got Nat in Mayfair. I've got Algo Trader. There's going to be a massive digital shift where people are now going to have to be clued up to the narrative of coding, digital work. They've already tried to damage the economy so badly, but again, people are saving it. It's a war. We're living through World War III in a very, very different way than expected. So, my message to people is to raise your awareness as to what's going on. And look, when I go out anywhere, I'm constantly looking, I'm constantly seeing what I can take from any situation. How is this business reacting? Cashless, okay, cool. Where is this going? COVID, all of this bullshit. All right? You're either going to be here or you're going to be here. And you can ride that wave, you can surf that wave. But I feel that the Bitcoin narrative overall, it was suggested to go that way. But again, it was a Chinese infiltration of the US, and the US, Trump has stopped that infiltration. And everything that I'm posting is all related to real economic news. I trade Forex every day. I don't even look at the fundamental calendar. I look at what's really happening in the world, because that's how you're really going to be successful. And if you don't know about that, and if you're ignorant to that, then you're still going to be living in a box. That's just my message to you guys. So I see Bitcoin, boom, 150. I'm going to stand by that. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Whatever. Sue me. But I'm just giving you guys a wake-up call as to what could potentially happen. What could potentially happen. And we can see it right now. Every living moment of the day, every breathing moment of the day, there's massive changes. So how can we adapt to the changes? Forex market is going to remain the same. I can tell you that. Gold is going to go up. We have certain digital tokens that are going to thrive. But that's I can't give that stuff away. I'm not an advisor. I'm just fully private. And switch up the narrative. Awareness only. It all ties into one, guys. All ties into one. Part one.